My coworker is pressuring me to start 30 plus minutes before my actual start time. I work in hospitality, specifically hotel hospitality, and we recently had a meeting regarding handovers and how we should show up a little early to ensure that we can get up to speed before our shift starts and the other staff can depart from their shift on time. Don't get me wrong. Great idea, and my manager specifically said it should only be 510 minutes, which I am more than happy to do. However, a couple of days after that meeting, my coworker kept looking at me in a disgusting way, which I ignored. This went on for a few more days before she eventually took me into one of our vacant meeting rooms and said, "Me and the manager are upset that you are not committed to the handover schedule we set in last week's meeting," and begins bearding me for not showing up at least 3,045 minutes before shift. For those who have worked in hotel hospitality before, you know that even on a bad day, there isn't 3,045 minutes of stuff to catch up on. I explained this to her and how in the meeting the manager even said 510 minutes was more than enough. She then got angry and frustrated and exclaimed, "I will be reporting this to the manager." Quote, basically saying that my manager wasn't upset with me. She was just saying it to make me feel more pressured. I'm really unsure what to do now. Luckily I have a few days off to think and ask you guys. But I really am unsure what my next action should be. Unless they want to pay you for that time, it doesn't belong to them. Put this in writing to your manager and get confirmation in writing about the start and handover time. Don't start 1 minute sooner than they are willing to pay you. If you get it in writing that they want you to start working 10 minutes before shift, make sure you track all that extra time on your end, since they would legally owe you money for that time. Do not work for free. First, confirm that your manager said what she claims the manager said. Don't let your coworker pretend to be an intermediary. Go right to the source. Second, get the policy in writing from the manager. Sounds like she wants to slack off and leave 1/2 an hour earlier and make you do her job. Check with your manager. Then tell her to piss off. If she's so adamant about a handover, she can stay 30 minutes late. As a former hotel front desk manager, I would recommend you invite your coworker to go FK themselves. There is no reason for you to show up more than 15 minutes before your shift. Your coworker just wants to leave early. Last time I checked, you do not sign my paychecks. If boss wants me to come in that early, she can tell me and compensate me for my time. You can work for free if you want to, but I do not. Oh, and we will not keep having this discussion. That's like 40 hours of free labor a year. He'll know, get paid or don't do it. We recently had a meeting regarding handovers and how we should show up a little early to ensure that we can get up to speed before our shift starts and the other staff can depart from their shift on time. Don't get me wrong. Great idea, and my manager specifically said it should only be 510 minutes, which I am more than happy to do. WTF? No. Management needs to schedule and pay wages for handovers. I.e., one shift starts at 8:50 and the person going off duty has their shift end at 9 o'clock. What your company is doing is wage theft. Lordy. As for the coworker, pay them dust. All work duties should be executed on the clock. If management requires a smooth transfer, the schedule should be reflect accordingly. Example. For say a 10 a.m. 6 p.m. shift, if you showing up behind the customer counter, desk, etc. at 10 a.m. isn't sufficient enough, then that is not a you problem, it is a scheduling problem. If peer coworker wants to be upset, it shouldn't be at you. Their grievances should be directed at management for not scheduling the overlap that would allow for a proper handover. My family business solved this problem by overlapping the day, swing, and graveyard schedules by 30 minutes. Yeah, there's way too many people for a brief chunk of time 3 times per day. But nobody works for free either, and the handoff is clean every time. This isn't a hard problem to solve. It is illegal to ask people to show up to work early without being paid upside down face. Ignore her. Let the manager know she is harassing you about start times and assuming she is in leadership. You email the manager with the coworker CC'd and explain the conversation. Explain you are seeking clarity. Quote, manager's name. You stated in the meeting it is 5 to 10 minutes, but coworker said she and you are upset with me for not being here 30 to 45 minutes early. I'm confused as this is contrary to what you explicitly stated in the meeting. If there was a change, why wasn't this communicated directly to me? Can you please clarify for both of us exactly what time I should be arriving ahead of my shift? As it stands, for a shift at X time I have been arriving 10 minutes early. Is this acceptable, or am I to believe coworker that this is not acceptable? Quote, get it in writing, then timesheet it. You can get up to speed on the clock, not 10 minutes before. Fuck any place that wants to make you work for free. Is your coworker paying you out of pocket at a premium to be there that early? Otherwise they can perch and twirl. Maybe putting it in a dollar figure for your coworker will help them understand what they're asking you to do. You're asking me to give the company hourly wage by $2.5 a week. If you want to give that money to the company, that's you. Don't get mad at other people who aren't willing to donate money to the company. People think employee time has no value. It clearly does, because you're getting paid something in exchange for it. But on top of that, the time you spend doing you things has value to you. Worked in hotels for 10 years. This is just bullying. You are under no obligation to start 30 minutes prior. Go to HR.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.